Welcome to my channel. This week we have a special guest, Michael Beats, who is a sculptor, artist, and runs a cat sanctuary here in Roswell, New Mexico. Welcome, Michael.
Thank you.
So tell me about your cat sanctuary. It's called Meow Refuge. How did it
Mhm.
come about, and how many cats do you shelter and care for?
What happened is I moved to Roswell, and it turned out there was a cat sanctuary right next to where I was living. And the person who was running it was kind of looking for someone else to take it over. And it just kind of happened, really. It's nothing I intended on doing.
Yeah.
It just sort of happened. It's one of the things that can happen in Roswell, New Mexico. Yeah, this happened a few years ago, and I've been running it ever since. And the number of cats changes. Like today, I just saw like a dozen cats outside. Tonight, it will probably be double that. But usually, there's something maybe between 20 and 50 cats
Oh, wow.
on a regular basis. Yeah.
So that's really cool. So you're an artist. You actually have sculptures like all over the world. How did you end up in Roswell?
Roswell has this really cool artist in residence program called Roswell Artist in Residence Program. I came here in my early 20s, and I came again like another 10 years later, and I moved here two other times. So then I just decided I would stick around. I really like it here. I like the speed of things. It's really kind of slow and it's quiet to me somehow.
Yeah.
I haven't quite ever figured out what I love about Roswell so much. There's certain things I'm still here trying to figure out. But yeah, it's always been like a nice place to work.
That's cool. So how does Meow Refuge help cats and artists?
Cats and artists. So what we've been doing for the past couple of years is craft shows, art shows, all sorts of creative sort of fundraiser stuff for the cats. And a lot of local artists have donated work to raise money for the cats and just to cover basic expenses like food and water and electric and vet stuff, things like that. And also it's a kind of a nice space, and some artists find themselves needing to like put their work somewhere. It doesn't have a place to go necessarily. So it's become kind of a refuge for artwork too. Like, yeah, because sometimes we make things that are so big and then we don't know what to do with them exactly, or people leave town or whatever. So there's that part of it. And then recently the flash flood of October 2024 wiped out the sort of main ceramics studio a lot of us used. So a lot of artists have kind of been without a ceramics space because there's a big ceramic art community here. So I'm working on building a ceramic studio on the cat sanctuary so they can kind of be together.
That's cool. I love
Yeah.
that.
Because so many of the ceramic artists donate work. I thought
Oh,
maybe it would be a nice sort of relationship.
yeah. And they all know you since you run the classes or ran the classes through the Roswell Museum before the flood.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them have found other places to work in the meantime, but I thought, well, it would be really cool if we had this option for people to come work there. And then there'd be cats around too, so it'd be this funky, cool collaboration with the cats.
Yeah, I was actually first introduced to your art. I think it was at Stellar Coffee Shop. You had it up
Mhm.
for sale. And then you had your awesome fundraiser at the Anderson, having everybody come and sell their art themed cats.
Yeah, a lot of it, yeah.
And then you taught the pottery classes at the Roswell Museum. And we saw your opening at Bone Springs, which was really cool.
All cat related art.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't have galleries or anything like that. I think just once in a while I do these kind of little shows around here in terms of fundraisers for the cats. And then we did have some link on our website where you could buy drawings on the Meow Refuge website. I
All
don't
right.
know.
I'll link that down below so people can.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if it's like set up or not, but it was at one point.
Do you have any fundraisers coming up?
Not that I know of. I think our plan is to do some kind of sort of garage style fundraiser this time. We
Oh,
always sort to do something a little different.
uh-huh.
So this time I think we're gonna do like a garage sale fundraiser. So it'll be like art and other stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah. The last one we did, I forget what we call it. Maybe it was just another bazaar, but we did it on the street outside of the miniature museum here in Roswell.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can people come and see the cats?
Yeah, you can come see the cats. You just have to contact me. They have their own private property, they have their own space. And so I try to keep it, very human free back there for the most part. There's volunteers that come and help with feeding and cleaning and stuff.
Mhm.
But generally in the day to day, like they're just back there by themselves.
That's cool. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was my next question. How can the community help out?
We're always looking for help with volunteers. Like we have to feed a few times a day and do water and clean and all this kind of thing. And then there's trips to the vet and things like this. We're always trying to organize help with. We're completely existing on donations.
Wow.
So we do a lot of the work ourselves, and I do a lot of the work myself. And this past year has been the first time we've had any volunteers. So
Oh,
it's really been really cool to do that. And it's taken a lot of pressure off of me.
it probably helps out a lot.
Yeah, it's super nice. It's super nice. And there's so many people here who love animals and love cats.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
there's a huge stray cat problem here. There's tons and tons of stray cats in Roswell for some reason. So we try to help in any way we can. We can't always help. Some people call me and they're like, "Any cats?" But I usually try to find a way to help one way or another.
That's very cool. That's awesome that you offer medical care for the cats as well as shelter and food and water.
Yeah, yeah, the basic. I mean, most of the time, if we have a special needs situation, we find help. We get the cat help.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, sometimes if a cat is in really bad shape, it might need some extra attention. It won't need like full-time attention.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
How many people are helping out volunteer right now?
I don't know, maybe five or six,
Oh, cool.
10, five or
Uh,
six or 10.
or it probably depends on the day or the week or the month, huh?
Yeah, there are people who regularly volunteer like during the week to help feed. And then sometimes we do like a big cleanup day, and that's when more people show up.
So what does a big cleanup day entail?
A big cleanup day entails like sweeping and vacuuming and mopping all the cat spaces, washing things and raking and taking all the trash out, and maybe moving big bags of food around. I don't know, stuff like that.
How many cat spaces do you have?
There are four cat buildings,
Mhm.
and one of them is the building I'm going to focus on creating like a cat and clay studio. So currently, they're just living in three buildings, and I've taken over one for construction. Although they're still in there because they're everywhere, but they mainly, yeah, are set up in the other three.
Yeah, you can't tell cats where to go or not to go. They do what
No,
they want.
yeah, that's what's cool about them. And
Yeah.
the sanctuary is like an open door sanctuary. They have their own little private cat doors everywhere. So they
Oh,
can come and go. They're not enclosed ever. They have
oh.
their houses and stuff, but they're never like locked in anything and in the property or anything. They can come and go. So
I think that all the stray cats have the word is out that Michael's sanctuary, the Meow Refuge is where to go because I don't really see many stray cats. There are way more stray cats in Phoenix than here. So
oh,
I
really?
think that they're all at your house.
I mean, sometimes it feels like that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy sometimes. And they do just show up. I don't, a lot of people bring cats, but also just cats show up.
Yeah, the word is out.
Yeah,
Go to
they
Meow
talk.
Refuge.
They talk.
They do. Is Meow Refuge connected to Meow Wolf at all? No.
No, it's not at all. Meow Wolf did help us out with like a fundraiser not too long ago with the artwork of Jess Johnson. She donated some work from her show at Meow Wolf.
Oh,
And
that's
so that
cool.
was super nice. Yeah, I'm trying to think where this name Meow, why we did Meow, but it just happened.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't remember.
cool. Yeah, Meow Refuge. I mean, cats meow, of course.
I wanted something a little bit vague. Like it could just be meow, but also because it's a art and cat refuge, so I didn't want to make it just completely a cat refuge
Right.
because there's a lot of art there, and eventually the cats will probably start making art.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Their little paws, like have them walk over things.
Yeah. They're always doing creative things. I really like to hang out with them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, cats are so fun.
They're super fun and they're really funny.
Do you have like a funny cat story that you'd like to share about
Oh
something?
God, no, I don't know. I don't know how many cat stars.
No,
Um,
you have tons. Come
we have
on,
to think
share.
hard because there's too many.
Oh,
Too many. I can't remember. Something just happened this morning that was really funny, but I don't really have a memory. I forget everything about 4 seconds after it happens.
uh,
But they're pretty constantly entertaining. Yeah.
always. So about when do you think the art studio, the clay studio will open up?
I'm hoping to have it sort of like put together roughly by the end of summer. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I've been collecting materials and tools, and people have donated things, little kilns and wheels and stuff. And
Nice.
I'll do the majority of the construction design part. So, yeah, I thought it would be really nice if there's a space that's open to pretty much anyone who wants to use it and not have to actually pay for it or anything. Maybe donate some artwork or some things to the cats and we sell it that way. And that way everyone kind of benefits on some level.
That's so nice. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Help the artists and help the cats and help you and help everybody. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then I think it'll just be a cool community of people that are like hanging out. I think that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Like I think artists are a little bit like stray cats, we're always like going one place to the next and yeah, we find ourselves in crazy situations and I just think yeah, setting up some space that's really easy to work in and work with, that's sort of private and doesn't have a lot of things anyone has to deal with could be beneficial.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like an artist commune that you're getting set up.
Kind of, yeah, kind
A
of,
little bit.
yeah.
Maybe more
But
free form.
free form, absolutely, and there's cats.
Right.
There's always cats. So I think some interesting things could happen.
Definitely. The cats are definitely going to want to help out making the clay,
Yeah,
the pottery.
they are really curious.
It could result in some cool, happy accidents.
Yeah, I want to have some outdoor wheels so people can work outside
Nice.
and just kind of have a more interesting workspace than the typical kind of indoor enclosed studio thing. Maybe the work won't be safe from cats or something, I don't know. I'll see
Yeah.
what happens. So there's not going to be any rules, but there could be some opportunities, I guess.
Yeah, no rules for the cats or the artists.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is so cool. Are you thinking about making merchandise like t-shirts or like art prints that you could sell like full time or
Yeah, hopefully I get there. I'm really still getting the sanctuary put together. It's a lot of work. There's 4 buildings. All 4 buildings need to be renovated and fixed up and really made much nicer for the cats. I mean, they're fine right now, they're functional, but it's just like not the greatest. My plan is kind of a long-term plan, but it involves a lot of renovation and landscaping and all sorts of things. And since I'm mostly working myself with zero budget, it's just going slow.
yeah, because
Okay.
you're at the mercy of donations, like you said.
Yeah, and then I just collect materials. And this is a really cool, great community. When people find out you're looking for materials, they help you, and it's the best. But still, it takes time.
Yeah. So is there anything else you'd like to add about Meow Refuge or your art or anything coming up?
My art, I don't know anything what's going on with my art.
Are you working on your art? Are you
I've
creating
been
any?
busy with the cats.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
working on some small things, and then I'm building the studio a little bit. So I've been working on that in my free time. But yeah, I'm hoping once that studio and the sanctuary are kind of more put together, then I do want to make some sculptures that are specifically for the sanctuary. It's a really beautiful little piece of property with trees and grass, and that's not always the case here in the desert.
Right.
I couldn't believe there were trees next to me before I knew what it was. And then I was jealous. I was like, oh, the cats have the best space around. I feel lucky I get to kind of work with them in their territory.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That, you were kind of like, this is cool. I want to be with them. And now you are.
I know. That is amazing. And then I'm like, well, they're like the best audience. So I kind of want to make some artwork for them.
That would be
I'm
cool.
not sure what that's going to be. I'm still working it out.
You've done like huge sculptures, like really big. Like, what medium do you really like to work with when you make your sculptures?
Really, anything I can get my hands on. I'm a trained furniture maker. I worked for designers in furniture design for a long time.
Wow, that's
And I
cool.
went to school for ceramics, so my work has been kind of a mix of clay and wood and a lot of casting and all sorts of things.
That's cool.
I've gotten into clay again since I've been back here, and that is sort of linked to the cats because we're like so many people at the clay studio are interested in the cats, and there's a really cool ceramics community here. So it's been nice to start working with clay, and that's kind of what I'm hoping to do more of.
That would be cool.
Yeah, yeah, I don't have anything specific in mind, but yeah, I just think that material is so pleasant and it's immediate, and there's a lot of clay here in New Mexico.
Yeah.
So we can
Yeah.
go find it. We can go dig it up.
And get it yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like
Definitely.
it.
Clay, sand, we've got it all.
We have it all. I know. It's super nice. So we want to do some more clay cat stuff and prints. I'm going to be teaching a printmaking class, I think, at Bone Springs
Oh, cool.
Studio, and it's not cat related.
Or it could be though, if you want it to be, right?
It could be, but I can't. Yeah, I can't
Uh,
do it. But my work will probably be cat related.
do you know when that class will be? Has it been set up yet or?
Oh, we're working it out. I don't know exactly yet.
Okay.
I'm really clueless about what's going on. I have to be reminded all the
Okay.
time.
So just go to Bone Springs and keep checking and see when your printmaking class comes up.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a woodcut class.
Oh, cool. Very
Yeah.
fun. Awesome. Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, if you have a stray cat problem,
Contact Michael.
call me. Bring your cats over, something like that.
How many people usually like call you to drop off cats? Do you get like a regular flow of people or?
Yeah, but like some weeks I could have like 20 people call and then other weeks one. It's just all over the place. And it's interesting. I haven't been doing it long enough to understand the cycle of the cats or something, but it seems like it could be a lot of cat activity for like certain times of the year.
Would you say like maybe you get more calls in the spring or like the fall or?
I think there's a lot of fall, but I don't know what that means. I don't know enough about the cat. They don't tell me anything.
So you don't ask like why are you getting rid of this cat? Like why don't you like you just take them?
Oh, the people tell me things. I just meant the cats. The cats don't tell me anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for instance, the past few people had to get rid of their cats where it was because their apartments, they were either moving or something, and there's so many apartments or rentals that don't allow cats.
That's so sad.
Yeah, a really sweet kid. I don't know how old they were, called the other day. They're like, we have to get rid of my cat. Da, da, da. It was so sad.
That's so sad.
And they haven't come yet, so maybe they just decided to sneak the cat in. I don't
I,
know.
I would just sneak the cat in and then when there's
Yeah,
inspections, just hide the cat. Like
I
just
know.
hide it.
Yeah, so there's all sorts of situations.
That's so sad.
Yeah, poor cats.
I know.
But they have a really nice life here.
That's good. I'm glad that you're providing the cats who, would be strays like a nice, comfortable home and they get to hang out
Yeah,
with other cats and artists
yeah, they have a lot of friends.
and they get the freedom to roam and they're taken care of, which is nice.
Yeah, they're like, because there's also a lot of stray dogs
Oh,
and
really?
just people that hate animals here. So it's a nice protected area for them.
You haven't started taking in stray dogs yet, have you?
I don't think that would work out really well for this.
No, probably not. Somebody else is going to have to do that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any stray dog sanctuary
Sanctuary.
places here. Yeah, that's a much more difficult operation, I think.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah, the cats they keep themselves busy and
They're chill, I'm sure, for the most
quiet.
part. Yeah.
Yeah, they get along.
That's cool. Do you want to give people your email address and or phone number so they can contact you if they have a cat or they want to help donate or volunteer?
Yeah, so the email address is, I believe it's just meowrefuge@gmail.com.
Okay.
And the Instagram is Nomad Cats.
Okay, cool. Nomad cats.
And if you just Google Meow Refuge Roswell, all of our contact information is on there.
It
So,
will pop up. Okay,
yeah,
cool. So
yeah,
people know like who to contact if they want to volunteer, donate money, donate food. Do you take donations of like cat toys and kitty litter too? Like
yeah,
anything or
we pretty much take anything. And sometimes I just find people have left things on the stoop. It's really nice.
that's
I've
cool.
even found like cat sculptures there. So,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
That's really nice.
any cat related items.
Soon you'll have a refuge for artists, cats, and hopefully you'll have a gallery soon. That would be cool if
Yeah,
you.
that would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I think it has a lot of potential. It's a really cool space. Yeah, I think there's a really nice community here in Roswell.
Yeah,
There's
definitely.
more places to go and more things to do.
Well, there's a lot of, because of the resident and artist program here, there's a lot of artists who stay.
Yeah,
So you were part of that program when you were in your 20s?
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I moved to Roswell from Brooklyn, New York, and it was such a cool change of pace. I was like, wow, this is really nice.
It's
It was kind of
so
healing for me.
laid back compared to New York.
Yeah, and I liked it. It was really fun. And I could make large scale things for the first time because that just wasn't an option
And
in
small
Brooklyn.
spaces. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've just always loved it and kept coming back. And it is so beautiful here.
That's very cool. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for spending your afternoon with us. And maybe if you have something coming up in the future, we could do an interview again, or you could just let me know and I can just put it out in the universe for you.
Yeah, or maybe we can do an interview with the cats.
Yeah, I think we should, because that would be really fun.
Yeah, maybe I can get them to all together at a table.
No, let's not hurt any cats. Like, I think we should be in their space and let them just
That's true. That's true. Yeah,
hurting cats
they're
is
impossible.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
yeah,
hurting cats isn't fun.
no. Yeah, they're very independent. It's cool.
Very cool. Well, thank you, Michael.
Thank you so much.